Hey everyone, Anil here and welcome back to another video of Power Apps. So today's show we are going to create Power Apps application with SharePoint list as a data source. We are not going to write any single line of code and we will create the application and it will take hardly 2 minutes to create the application. We only need to design the SharePoint list and after that it will take a few seconds to generating automatically a application for you. This application, because we already discussed like Microsoft Power Platform provide a platform where we do not need to create a like heavy code or just a low code solution. It will provide the solution and we can create the application. Okay, so here if suppose I will search stakeholders. Okay, so whatever you will search, see here, whenever I will search as C, it will give me all the result that are showing S and C. Okay, so it's working as expected. Also if I want to short, it will short also. Okay, if I want to refresh, it will refresh the data. If I want to create a new new item, it will create a new item also. So let me put priority as a critical, status as a in progress, and this is the user, and date reported you can mention. Issue source we can leave as it is for a blank, and then title I can say issue underscore 001. Whenever I will click on this, if you will see, let me show you issue underscore 001 and the critical, it has been created in just a second. So let me go on my article. This is my article. You can see here how to create a Power Apps from SharePoint list, complete step-by-step guide. So here you will get all the text version and this is completely free for you. Okay, so prerequisite, a Microsoft 365 account will access to SharePoint and Power Apps. An existing SharePoint list with structured data, power permissions to edit SharePoint and create apps, access PowerApps Studio. So this is PowerApps Studio. You can see the URL makes.powerapps.com. The list, I will show you how we can create the list. So here are all the steps to create a Power Apps from SharePoint list. Prepare your SharePoint list. Here we go. We can create, let me refresh it. Yes, so here are prepare your SharePoint list. Go to your SharePoint online site, click on new list. So let me click on new list. This is my SharePoint list. Already I have created, but I want to create a new list to show you how we can create a new list, and using that new list how we can create a SharePoint, a Power Apps application. Click on list. Okay, so the name I will provide issue tracker list demo. Click on create. Okay, now title is a default. The first column I will put issue description, so I will go here. This is, I will choose multi-line of text, issue description, click on save, then priority. This will be the choice column. I have not mentioned the choice, but I'm showing you this is the choice column, and choice we can make it low, and then medium, and then high. Whatever is your requirement you can use that as well. Then status, this is also will be a choice status, and I will go started, then in progress, then completed. The next column is assigned to. This column I'll show you. So this will be a person type column. Show profile pictures as well. Okay, then this will be date reported. This will be date time column. Include time, friendly format. So friendly format is basically whenever you will type the data, you will enter the data. This will show the data in friendly format. What is a friendly format? This is not a friendly format. The friendly format I will show you. Okay, and then the next column is issue logged by. This also will be a person type column. Show profile picture, and then issue resource. So issue shows, you can choose a hyperlink. Great. Now our SharePoint list is ready. What I will do, I will put some records. So issue underscore 001. Priority, I'll make it a low. Status started. Assigned to, I will type Anil. Date reported 21st. Click on exit. Similarly, I can go for one more record. Issue underscore 002. Medium. In progress, and this will be another user. Okay, now there are two options I'm showing you over here. Go to make.powerapps.com, click create from the left menu, select start from data under canvas app. Okay, then connect to SharePoint test. So let me show you. So here start with data. Okay, now it is showing connect external data. See here. Okay, start from data, and then we will choose our SharePoint list. So this is our SharePoint list, and first we have to choose the site. So this is our development site, or if you want, you can just put the site URL from here. So this is your site URL. This one you can just copy and you can paste over here. Then from here we will choose our SharePoint list, issue tracker list demo. This is just we created. Okay, now see, it will take hardly 30 seconds. Till that, what I'm trying to do here, there is one more option that we can create a PowerApps application using SharePoint list directly. So see here, this is second option to create PowerApps from SharePoint list using PowerApps Studio. Not PowerApps Studio, this is wrong statement. From SharePoint list. Okay, so navigate to SharePoint list, open menu, click integrate PowerApps and create an app. Okay, so this is the another options that we can use. So see here, right now this application has been created. So whenever you will click over here, you can edit your application. You can type is 9 and you can just save it. See here, the issue underscore 009 is coming. If you want to edit it, you can edit this also. If you want the priority as a high, you can make it priority as a high. So this is the first option. The second option, go here into the integrate option and go on PowerApps, click on create an app. This will also take hardly 30 seconds to create the application. Okay, but there is one more thing here. If you will see, I can see the image icon, but in this application you will not see the image icon. What is the reason? I will let you know. See here. So here we are not getting the image icon into the left, but in this application we are getting image icon into the left. What is the reason? Because we have to do one more thing over here. Go on add column. Okay, and add a image. Click on next, or just type image or anything, whatever you want. Just type. The column type should be image. Click on save. Okay, why? Because we can create manually, we can insert manually the image, but I told you we will not doing any kind of customization for now. I will show you whatever is there out of the box. Create an app now. Now hopefully it will show you the image icon into the left. Okay, so app has been created. This is taking this item.image and that's the reason it put it the image column into the left. But we want our column, okay, assigned to dot picture. Okay, this column I want to integrate over here. Click on next. Now our application is ready. I will type issue underscore 004. Issue description I will leave as a blank. Priority will be low. This will be assigned to will be, you can search also, you if you want, you can search Nisha. See here, Nisha. Okay, this is the date 20th, and you can put your time also, and issue log by, and issue source. Now whenever you will click on this icon, the record has been inserted over here. You can short the record, or you can refresh the data also. You can search the record also. Okay, issue underscore 002. Oh yes, only one record we can see. Also you can publish this. So whenever you will publish this application, you can check in your mobile also. Okay, now one more thing I will let you know. We have created two applications. The first application, this one, this application by default is going to be created into the in a window size. Actually you can make it in a canvas size also. If you want, you can open it in a tablet also, or if you want, you can open this application in iPhone also. Okay, so this is in iPhone. For the iPhone it is showing in a portrait, but if you want, you can do some settings, and using that setting, this application you can see in a landscape also. So that landscape and portrait I will discuss you whenever I will create a separate session for responsive application, and in that we will discuss these things in the details. So I hope you love this video. If you love this video, then please subscribe my channel. And one more thing, if you want, you can share this application across to your organization. See here, first we will save it, and then you can share it. So we will just put a name, PowerApps from SP list demo. Whatever name you want to provide, you can provide over here. Now application has been saved, and then you can share this application to the users. Okay, see here. So whenever I will type over here the name, I will get the name, and then I can share this application to my users. Or if you have Active Directory group, you can just type Active Directory group over here, and then you can share this application. But the user should have the access on the SharePoint list to edit the data and update the data and create the data. Then only this application will work. Got it? So I hope you love this video. If you love this video, then please subscribe my channel. Thank you and bye bye. See you in my next video.